when America is punched, he punches back harder. That's why there will be 104% tariffs going into effect on China.
US President Donald Trump on Wednesday announced a 90-day pause on higher tariffs on trade partners, but raised duties on China to 125%. Let's break it down for you what exactly it means for the other countries and India as well. But let's understand what exactly are tariffs. A tariff is a tax on imported goods, often used by governments to protect local industries or to punish the trade partners for unfair practices. In simple terms, when a country imposes tariffs, it raises the cost of goods from other countries. Now, if we talk about Trump's recent tariff, then Trump has raised the tariffs on Chinese goods 5 times since taking the office. The most recent increase, raising tariffs to 125%, marks the latest development in the US-China trade war. This follows China's retaliation, with both the sides escalating tensions. Now, why 125% tariffs on China was imposed, you really ask? Trump explained the reason behind the 125% tariff as a direct response to China's lack of respect for the US markets. Yes, you heard it right. According to Trump, China had to learn that the US won't tolerate unfair trade practices anymore.
Nothing's over yet, but we have a tremendous amount of spirit from other countries, including China. China wants to make a deal. They just don't know how quite to go about it. You know, it's one of those things they don't know how quite. They're proud people. And President Xi's a proud man. I know him very well, and they don't know quite how to go about it, but they'll figure it out.
While the tariffs on China soared, Trump paused higher tariffs on other countries, explaining that many of them had responded to talks instead of retaliation. Now, Trump emphasized the importance of negotiations, claiming that these actions were necessary to protect US interests.
Well, I thought that people were jumping a little bit out of line. They were getting yippy, you know? They were getting a little bit yippy, a little bit afraid. Somebody had to do what we did, and I did a 90-day pause for the people that didn't retaliate, because I told them, if you retaliate, we're going to double it. And that's what I did with China, because they did retaliate. A deal's going to be made with China. A deal's going to be made with every one of them. And there'll be fair deals. I just want fair. There will be fair deals for everybody. But they weren't fair to the United States. They were sucking us dry, and you can't do that. Bond market is very tricky. I was watching it, but if you look at it now, it's beautiful. The bond market right now is beautiful. But yeah, I saw last night where people were getting a little queasy. I think everything had, well, the big move wasn't what I did today. The big move was what I did on Liberation Day.
If we talk about China's response to this, in response to Trump's move, China warned its citizens to carefully assess the risk of traveling to the United States, citing the worsening trade relations and security concerns. Both sides are locked in a high-stake standoff for now. But what does it mean for markets? Let's break it down. Trump's tariff decisions have caused market turmoil and raised fears of a potential recession, as per the experts. Now, business leaders and investors have urged the president to reconsider their strategy with concerns about the broader economic impact. If we look at it, after days of deep market turmoil sparked by Trump's sweeping tariff plans, Wall Street suddenly rebounded on April 9. Following the president's announcement of a 90-day tariff pause, the S&P 500 soared 9.5%, its biggest one-day jump since 2008. The Nasdaq, it surged 12.2%, the second largest spike in its history. But does this relief really mean the danger has passed? Not quite. Investors are still wary of Trump's long-term tariff strategy. Markets may have rebounded, but beneath the surface, the fear remains. Now it seems like there is a fierce trade standoff that's changing the global economics. So you need to keep an eye on how this develops. With that, it's a wrap. For more such updates, keep watching moneycontrol.com and please like, share and subscribe to Moneycontrol's YouTube channel.